Did you miss me? I hope so. I missed you guys from the bottom of my heart. You guys ever wonder why it's from the bottom of my heart? Like, why isn't it from the bottom of my nuts? Anyway, Lavado back on YouTube. I'm excited to be here, and I think it's important to make a video right now just to talk and let you guys know where I've been in the past couple months, why I haven't been making videos. A lot of questions about my lifting, my training, if I'm even going about that route anymore, blah, 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 blah. So let me fill you guys in. I think it's more important that you hear it from the source other than what somebody else might be telling you. So first of all, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting over these bumps in the road where I don't film, I don't make videos for you guys. I saw a comment recently on one of my videos saying that, man, Lavado, you're the only guy who can come back to YouTube on and off a million times and have your following or your family all around the world still supporting you and still loving you just as much. And a lot of people just supporting me and coming back to the game, saying that they're super excited that, you know, I can bring something extra to the YouTube game. So I'm excited to do it. You know, I love doing it. Don't get me wrong. I never stopped loving it. There's a reason why I do it in the first place. You know, I don't really do anything I don't like. The thing is, yeah, I'm not consistent, so that's not an excuse. Like you know, there's people who just YouTube every single day of their life, no matter what's going on in their life. I'm just not the type of person that can do that. I do have things that go on in life, but I'm also not the type that just likes to make excuses for things. So I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I couldn't make YouTube videos, I couldn't do this, couldn't do that. That's not true. I could have, you know. So getting that out of the way, you know, I'm not making excuses. I'm just explaining to you guys where I'm coming from, what's been going on in my life, just so you guys can understand, and that way we can just take off from there, you know, so there's not as many questions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell the story. It starts towards the end of last year, guys, 2014, all the way up until today, late in 2015, so you guys can kind of have a timeline and an understanding of what's been going on in my life, all right? Some of you guys may have heard some of this, some of you guys may not have heard anything, so I just want to fill you guys in, okay? So at the end of last year, I started having digestive issues. I had blood in my intestines, and it was kind of a red flag. Some things you try to shrug off, but you can't. At this point, it was something that I couldn't, obviously, so I had to see the doctor. They decided to, early in the year, early in 2015, do a colonoscopy, which was at the beginning of this year, right? When they put me out, you know, for the procedure, they also decided to do an endoscopy, which is basically putting a camera through my mouth and also all the way down through my esophagus and check that too. Turns out there was nothing serious that was going on. Most of it was stress-related issues. I don't really consider myself a stressed out person, or at least I don't show it to anybody else. And I don't even show it to myself, but apparently you can have kind of built up stress within yourself, and it can actually have physical detriments on yourself. So I learned that the hard way. But what was good about it was once I had that procedure done and I had kind of a peace of mind, regardless of whatever else that was going on in my life, that kind of put that side of things at ease for me. So in my mind, that one thing, you know, my digestive issues, blood in my intestines, was no longer a big stress for me. So that mentality itself kind of made my symptoms deteriorate. So I didn't really have much more symptoms after that as far as my digestive issues. That being said, from the end of last year until about, end of January, after I had my colonoscopy procedure done, my training was 30% of what it could be. You know, I was basically going into the gym and just doing nothing. I was basically just lying to myself, telling myself I was motivated to go to the gym, when in reality I was going in not really focused. I couldn't really get anything done. I figured something was better than nothing, but at that point I don't really think that was true. So from the end of January, after that colonoscopy procedure, I tried to motivate myself to get back in the gym. You know, my stress levels were down a little bit. I was a little bit more motivated. So it took a little while, you know, it took a few weeks, especially because I hadn't been eating. My appetite was almost, you know, close to zero. I wasn't eating much at all, again, because of those digestive issues I had in the past months. So my weight had decreased a little bit, but I was trying to get more motivated. So February and March, I really tried to, you know, give myself a few weeks to get it together, get composed, go to the gym, and you know, I won't lie, I started going to the gym maybe 1 or 2 times more per week than what I was, so that was probably 3 to 4 times a week. But still, my intensity wasn't there, you know, my mind really wasn't there. It was going to take longer than what I anticipated. So towards the end of March, I was starting to feel good. You know, I gave myself, it was probably 6 to 8 weeks after the procedure for the colonoscopy, that I started getting a little bit more motivated. So I was towards the end of March. But unfortunately, as soon as I started getting a little bit stronger, my tendonitis started flaring up really bad. tendonitis right here on the inside of the elbow. I always confuse it. I'm not sure if it's golfers or tennis elbow. I've told a million people different things because I forget which one it is, but it's the tendonitis on the inside of the elbow. Usually I try to shrug things like that off. I try to not let it bug me or affect me until it really does affect me, and it really started affecting me. So I had to do something about it. You know, I tried all different kinds of sleeves. I tried some therapy, some self-therapy. I actually even went to the doctor to request some physical therapy. And I was even trying to stay away from the things that were kind of bothering it and stuff like that. Turns out any little thing I was doing still was bothering me, you know. Anything that required me to grip, because keep in mind, you grip, that's tied to the tendons in your elbows. So that was flaring up, you know. I couldn't really grip onto anything. I couldn't deadlift 135 pounds. I couldn't row anything, you know. I couldn't do pull downs. I couldn't do curls. I couldn't do anything. So it was really tough to get myself to go to the gym knowing that I was very limited in what I could do. And I knew that if I wanted my tendonitis to flare down or go away, I would have to give it time off. So I was not able to push myself in the gym. That was unfortunate. You know, at the end of March, I started getting motivated, but then my grip and my tendonitis issues weren't letting me get anywhere. So I really started to just find, you know, ways to work around it. I did everything I could. You know, I was motivated to get back in it after March. So March, then April, May, that's when I was fighting through it. My frequency started going up in the gym. My appetite still wasn't there too much, and I'll tell you guys about the appetite in a second. But towards April and May, I started getting, you know, a little bit back in rhythm, even though my strength couldn't really go up because of my tendonitis. But towards the end of May, that's when I started really kind of finding my groove and starting to get a little bit stronger and better at things. And I was like, hey, I can get back in it. You know, my frequency is going to go up. I'm going to force myself to eat more. I'm going to pair with my protein so I can get my protein supplements and just drink them for the time being, which was a very good decision. You know, it really helped me out. But unfortunately, this is what happened, guys. At the end of May, that's when I made that My Protein video to, you know, let you guys know that I'm working with My Protein for my supplement sponsor. And I even made a cooking video towards the end of May, beginning of June. And those were the last videos you guys saw, which was a few months ago. Right after I made those videos, guys, I went to the dentist. This is so unfortunate. It just sucks, you know, hearing about my own story back to back stuff. I went to the dentist. I did a checkup. So it turns out, and this is crazy because nobody ever told me this over the years, but my whole bottom gum was receded, including some upper teeth were also receded. So what does that mean? That means the root of my teeth were almost showing all the way across my gums on the bottom. So much that it was a risk in the near future that my teeth could start getting loose or moving around because there was no support from the gum holding it. I've always been big on brushing my teeth every day since I was little. I was just kind of raised that way. I had to brush my teeth hard and not have cavities, you know, and I never actually have had a cavity in my life. But it was because I brushed so hard. Turns out that ended up hurting me because when I was brushing so hard over the years, I receded my own gum line. And I also found out that from working out and clenching my jaws and also clenching my jaws during sleep, I was kind of causing hairline fractures on all my teeth and pressure on the roots, which was also a factor in my receding gum line. Anyway, it was a shock to me. They said, hey, we need to do surgery and we needed to do it soon. So, you know, it was kind of a, what the hell, man, back-to-back things. But I said, hey, you know, it's something I have to do. I'm not just going to say, no bottom teeth. You know what I mean? And so, not to mention my smile is just so beautiful. Anyway, it's something I had to do. So towards the middle of June, I just bit the bullet, you know, found someone who was reputable in my area and just decided to do it, you know. They said my procedure was actually more in-depth than a lot of the other procedures that they've done, and they've been in business for a long time because most people just have recession on like one tooth. I had a recession on 6 consecutive teeth all the way across my mouth. So what they had to do, guys, is they had to cut both sides of the palate of my mouth, so the roof of my mouth, they had to slice both sides open, pull gum tissue from the roof of my mouth, and then slice my whole bottom gum open, and then take that tissue from the top of my mouth and implant it all the way across my bottom gum, and then sew it all back together with like 150, 200 stitches or something like that. Not to mention sewing back the roof of my mouth and letting that heal. So the whole procedure, guys, was a pain. Literally and figuratively. Obviously, I couldn't work. They said they didn't want me to work out for about a month, so I hopped into it about a month later. You know, it was a really extensive procedure, and they didn't want any excessive blood flow or blood pressure or anything in my head, because, you know, the gum needs to have good blood flow and have nothing affecting it in order to really blend in there with the gum that was there in the first place. Maybe I can give details on that procedure if you guys want to hear another video, because I actually was awake when they did it, and I just used a ton of anesthetic. But that was an adventure, guys. That was the unexpected occurrence that just took me out for another month, or I'd say maybe even 5 weeks after that. So that takes me from mid-June to about the end of July, where I couldn't do anything. So that's why since then, I didn't make videos. I was just back to back to back negative things. So after I paired with my protein and I made that video for you guys, I was actually getting back into it. I was getting back into the rhythm of things, and then boom, I got hit with something else. You know, I'm not the type that likes to be a negative person. I'm never going to be negative about anything. Even now, you know, it's just a backtrack. You know, it's just a hurdle I have to get across. But that's what I had to deal with, you know, just so you guys understand. And as far as nutrition, what I want to tell you guys is, from the end of last year, when I was kind of dealing with the digestive issues, all the way up until the end of May, when I paired with my protein. So I want to say that's maybe 6 to 7 months. I was fighting to intake 60 grams of protein a day, and I'm not lying. A lot of days I had 40, 45 grams, and I've never struggled with appetite. So this whole year has been kind of weird, very awkward to me. You know, I've always had an endless pit where I could just eat unlimited amounts of food. So not only was my training completely just gone, my appetite was completely gone. You know, so by the time I had my gum surgery, and then the 4 or 5 weeks after that I was just waiting for it to heal, I got down to about 177 pounds, which, for those of you guys who don't know, that's very, very low for me. That's 7 pounds above my stage weight, but my body composition was terrible, nowhere near what it normally is at 177 pounds. A lot of you guys have seen those videos, like in the UK, you know, that shredded back workout, or the aesthetics video. I weighed about 175 pounds there. So I got down to about 2 pounds above that, but terrible body composition. It looked like I didn't even lift, you know, no weights, no protein, no food. And it was, I'm not gonna lie, you know, it's almost depressing. You look at yourself like, fuck man, what happened? You know, I always knew that recomp was something that was going to happen. I knew I was going to hop back into it and really start making gains again, but I just needed to do it soon, because I was starting to go crazy, you know. And I see myself as somebody who has to lead by example, and I know a lot of you guys are going through some hardships, and I wanted to really prove to you guys that it could be done. So after that, you know, towards the end of July is when I started working out again. So that's, I want to say 5-6 weeks ago I started. My approach has been great. I'll probably save that for another video, because this video is already getting a little bit long. But in short, I've gained back 20 pounds, and I have way better body composition than I had at 177 with a body weight of 197 pounds now. Recomp is going great. I can't say I did it alone. You know, I'm doing it with the help of Eric Helm from Team 3DMJ, one of the most knowledgeable people with sports nutrition ever. And I'm very fortunate and thankful for that. My workout routine is also very structured. I'll share that with you guys in another video, but I wanted to update you guys on what's been going on, you know, just to keep you guys in the loop and let you guys know where I've been, why I haven't been making videos. So the only reason I didn't make videos, guys, these past few months is because I didn't want to just keep telling you guys back-to-back negative things, you know. There's nothing good that comes from that. I could have shared it with you guys, sure, but I want to bring positivity and motivation to you guys, and I figure I want to come back with something positive. That's why when I came back to the YouTube game, like I said, I was actually ready to go. And then I got hit with something unexpected. So I didn't want to tell you guys, you know, oh, I had a colonoscopy done. Oh, I have elbow tendonitis, that took me out. And then I didn't want to hammer you guys again with, oh, sorry guys, I have to have gum surgery. I'm going to be out for a few more, you know, weeks or months or whatever. I just wanted to get back into it with something to show for and something to motivate you guys. So that's why I'm back in the game now. That's why I'm happy to be here now. That's why I'm happy to get some more footage and some more motivation going for you guys. That's the whole reason I'm here. You know, I'm here to inspire you guys. I know you guys have reached out and supported me even in these months that I haven't been active on YouTube, maybe through Facebook or Instagram if you guys are following. So thank you for the support. It means the world to me, but I'm here to give back. I'm here to give you guys what you guys want to see, share a little bit of my life with you guys. In these past months where lifting hasn't been as much of a thing, as some of you guys know, I've been doing a lot of racing. I'm into cars a lot. A lot of you guys probably already know that. So I have some footage on that, and if you guys want to see some of that stuff, But I am looking to share my mental perspective on a lot of things, because I think it's important not only to be strong in the gym, but strong here on a lot of aspects. I've learned a lot through these past few months. My mindset has really strengthened, even though it was never a weak point. And I want to share that with you guys. I want to share my perspective and my outlook on hardships, whether it's in the gym or in life or whatever. So I think you guys can benefit from that. I think that will help you guys get through a lot of scenarios in your lives, because obviously life is not uphill all the time. I think that will be a very good value to what you see in this channel. Whatever it is, I want to do it for you guys. I want to support you guys. I want you guys to improve and better yourselves. So again, that's the reason I'm here. That's why I'm here to stay, whether I take a break here and there or not. I love you guys. You guys mean a lot to me. So I'll see you guys in the next one. That being said, it's been a while. I haven't even posted a video in a few months, so I want to show some love to Gymshark for sticking with me all the way through. They've been nothing but support since day one, so many years back. So this is actually the latest Ascendant t-shirt that I've been rocking like every day. It's actually one of my favorite products they've put out, mainly for the breathability on the back and the fact that it just makes you hug the sleeves and all that good stuff. So if you want to support, I got the link down below. Same with my protein. If you guys want some really good price, really good tasting protein products, check the link below. Shameless plug, right? Call me a sellout, whatever. No, I'm only associated with two main companies because they're showing me a lot of support and I really believe in their products. Anyway, follow me on Instagram if you aren't already, at Lavado. I post a lot of updates on there. I actually just posted a physique update on there. I know a lot of you guys asked for that. So yeah, hit me up on Facebook. Hit me up with a comment down below. I try to respond to as many as I can. Sometimes I can't get to all of them, but I do appreciate the support. I'll see you guys in the next video. Mwah! No homo.